Okay, there we go. Havoc. Uvik? Havoc. Uvik? Novik. Okay. Continue game. This is such a weird one. Also did this update. Oh yeah, it did. Okay. Alright, so yeah, cut back to the car being crashed. I fucking jumped off the edge because I didn't know what was going on.
Among Alice's things was a book.
Oh yeah, I already saw this.
Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either.
PhD, more like...
The gas station was my best bet.
Fuck, I can't think of anything that starts with P.
It was like a long hike through the forest to get there.
P hell die? That doesn't work.
Damn.
Oh no. Damn. Running around the woods, you see, have a happy holiday. Oh, it's bright.
Hello? Someone there? The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
So, are we just exploring his imagination? Kind of a... Okay, there we go.
The man turned to face me. His face
was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake. I messed up the last part.
Departure by Alan Wake. Anybody there?
No,
Please,
it's
I've been in an accident.
I played Control, so I have a general idea of kind of the world they wanted to build. But yeah, I don't know.
Lights up ahead were a good sign.
Oh.
Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
I don't know if they had that stuff in place, that idea in place when they started, or if they just sort of retconned it. Because I know there's a sequel, so... Because I got it with Gamefly, and people love it, so...
Anybody there?
I hate this over the left shoulder camera.
Hey, you!
It's really messing with me.
There's been an accident. I need help. Listen, I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in
Oh, hell.
Carl Stuckey. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square. Fair and square.
I don't even have a flashlight. Ooh.
The taken stood before
Infirmary.
me, it was
It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor or an eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink under water, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly, something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter. I don't want to get that in sync. I don't know why. Wow. He's a parkour guy. Yes, I am a mechanic, but I do parkour at night. Suppose you'd rather do parkour during the day. Oh no!
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stucky would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
Little referential, but all right. I'm with it. I'm down. Yeah, I was gonna open up Discord. John messaged me. There we go. Okay. Oh, no. Back in.
During your trying.
Yes.
It's the latest.
Right Falls Sheriff Station. Only
You never heard of Alan Woke before? We use pronouns in this game, you know, like you do when you're Alan Woke. That's the sign of a good game. This game has a pronoun in it, and I don't like that. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, God! I messed that up. Probably should have been paying attention, huh? Oops.
During your
My Santa.
trying.
Yes.
It's the latest.
Right Falls Sheriff Station. Only
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it. I mean, the main games they made was Alan Wake 2, Control Point, and or not Control Point, Break Point, and Control. Yeah, I had some other weird stuff happen this weekend too. That sort of, yeah, I don't know. I'm taking tomorrow off. It's not just because of that, but I don't know. Feel like there's just some stuff that made my mental health feel not so good. So I'm with you, man.
My head pounded with the concussion. I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just
I mean, there is that, you know, and then
real enough to make me sick.
just a lot of thinking, I guess. Just thinking about, like, I don't know. I had
Hand-painted
no.
graffiti was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near
Oh,
it.
flare gun. That, you know, thinking about how I only really knew him for a little bit. No, like, well, I mean, I guess not what happened with you, but I don't know. Like, it's just, again, just try not to think too dark in my own mind. Is it, you know, I've had struggles in the past and just, you know, thinking about stuff. And then earlier there was a situation with a bird that, like, I was thinking if I was going to kill it or not because the dogs got a hold of it. And then I was just thinking about death, and I got kind of existential. So I just thought it would be better to, you know, just take a day. Because I think I'll be back to normal. I'll be fine here in a little bit. She's bloodthirsty. She really is. Yeah. You know. Let's see. Wow. She'd been gushing, but right now she didn't care. As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alan Wake was literally the high point of her life. She watched as he got in the car with his wife. She was pretty, confident, at ease with Wake, not like Rose. They were perfect for each other. She'd have given anything to be called their friend. But yeah, it's not too often that I have to take a mental health day, but I don't know. I thought about going to work tomorrow, and, like, work never is a place where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to be able to think real good, awesome thoughts here. It always kind of, not that it makes me sad, it's just like, yeah, I think that's a good idea. I mean, you have, not that anyone needs a justification for taking days off, but you have more than enough reason to do that. Yeah, I think that's good. I'll be off tomorrow. I'll be streaming, so I'll be around, you know, in some capacity at least. Because, yeah.
What the hell was that?
Yeah. The sort of sick feelings
When I saw the river below,
yeah, I've had a little bit of that this weekend.
I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
Well, we went across pretty fast, Alan. You have something to say to the class? Are you lying? Are you doing hyperbole? All right. Gotta get my coffee thermos. Yeah. But it's, as I told my wife, I'm just gonna try to, like, sit with the feelings a little bit and then, you know, try to let them go. And that's, just try not to linger on them too long, but try to feel them at the same time.
Barry Wheeler was bouncing off the walls.
He jumped on a plane after his calls were ignored by both Al and Alice for several days. It could mean that they were both on a second honeymoon, but Barry didn't buy it. Al had been way too unstable for that. Not sleeping. Messed up. Barry had years of experience dealing with Alan Wake, and he couldn't ignore it. Some thinking was wrong. God. Trying to get the cadence that he would be talking in. Am I going the right way?
Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
Lithium batteries. They're supposed to be Duracell. This game used to be sponsored by Duracell, and one of the main things you need to do is shine the flashlight on shadow enemies, and then you can shoot them. But then they had like a whole thing because the Duracell sponsor went away, so they needed to like remaster the game, and they really just took that out. Yeah, I definitely take more time off if needed. And maybe if I was staying at home too, I'd have felt like more into it, but I was supposed to go to a bunch of group homes tomorrow, and I was like, man, I don't want to be around a bunch of old people the whole day. I do not need to feel any more existential than I have been feeling.
I had to make my way up some other way.
I wonder if I have played this before, like a long time ago. Because the flashlight thing seems oddly familiar, unless there's a mechanic like that in Control. Maybe there is. I wonder if you can... It's fine to just sort of leisure around. I feel like these older Xbox 360, PS3 games kind of allowed you to just sort of meander without there really actually being any consequences. Which honestly, I appreciate. Kind of lends to the creepy atmosphere. What? How long is his stamina bar? Like a couple seconds? I think that's a great idea. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not assuming. Yeah, yeah, man, that's perfectly fine. You gotta talk about it when you're sad. Like, I always think that that's something that I worry about too. Even when I called in for tomorrow, I was just like, I'm just like not feeling.
With all this forestry equipment around, there had to be something
Not feeling up for it. Because like sadness can just sadness stuff can hurt more than feelings of like depression. I feel like depression I don't know, it feels like nothing, while like it feels like there's a nothing inside, while grief and sadness just it's a lot of feeling. And that's especially as a guy, you know, like fuck man, I've never really got accustomed to be able to express that in a healthy way.
I heard them before I saw
Spit on them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs.
Uh-oh, looks like we're gonna have to do some fighting.
Whew. What's up, Fetal? Okay.
Go drink some water, or I'll fucking end you.
Goddamn. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Got that water handy. You know, I think about having it next to me because I'm like, oh man, he's gonna get me. Am I moving this correctly? Oh, I'm supposed to move it to the right. Okay. And ladder. Oh. Wow, what a rough jump. Although I suppose IRL I wouldn't be able to jump any better than that guy. But maybe a little better. I don't know how much ammo if they're just gonna load me up at the beginning. I don't know jack shit about this game, other than it's sort of Twin Peaksy.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather is absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing warmly.
Getting a lot of menus. Oh, that's in the first episode. That's why.
At first, I kept finding the
Pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible, a true prophecy, or an act of secretion that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice.
The gas station was closer now, its light welcoming in the darkness.
Paul makes the best dogs in the state. Belly Burster is the best with no cut. Monster Dog is second best. The famous dog is...
Somebody gonna jump out at me? It's getting pretty spooky up in here. There we go. Is there stuff over here, or is this gonna just kill me if I walk this way? Maybe I should follow the path. Ooh. Right. Fuck.
I stepped into the gas station's
Garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone thrashed the place, that there had been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman. Man, I thought I had actually went somewhere, but I guess not. Oh, a thermos. Where the fuck am I? Oh god. Why did those rocks fall? I wonder how many flare guns I can get. Well, it pays to pay attention. There we go. Really easy way to kill 3 of them at once.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help. But I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up. And she wouldn't help me find Alice.
Science. It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a quantum suicide. If our lives are already written, it would take a courageous man to change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr. Barclay Colvin is about to demonstrate that very courage.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin, and I'm glad so many of you could join me here at the Moorcock Institute.
Moorcock? You don't say.
The many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, stay calm. There is no risk. Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, 2 new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did. With my machine here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is, this one thing did not happen here.
You're insane, Colvin.
Insane? Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools! quantum immortality.
Oh boy.
Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat. In Night Springs.
All right. Well, that was fun. Sometimes I guess you just want to watch a little bit of Twilight Zone. What terror befalls in the Nowhere Zone? The Scary Door. There's some spooky atmosphere, though. Oh. Are they gonna jump out at me, or what?
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come, assuming I'd reached the lights of the gas station alive.
There we go. Ah, poor Stucky. Born with a horrible name. Don't name your child Stucky. Way too many opportunities to make fun of him. Stucky Ducky, Stucky in the Muddy. Okay, maybe there's not a lot of them, but there's probably someone more creative who could bully a child better. Coffee. Is there a safe way down, or am I supposed to jump? Checkpoint reached. Gasoline. It's my favorite energy
I
drink.
recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
I love huffing some gasoline. Don't actually do that though, because it will damage your brain. It will kill you. God.
After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself.
Need a float? Call the professionals. Your one-stop shop for stunning high-quality floats. Great for all occasions. Beer Fest, Moose Fest, any fest. Stop by our workshop to discuss your idea. Our floats are locally crafted and watery by the Calavera Knights? Okay. No, I did not ever beat the Path of Neo.
Weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now.
I don't know if I'll ever get into Oblivion Remastered. Maybe when it's really cheap.
Stucky spat on the garage floor
and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things have been fuzzy. Something, a feeling, caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared at his brain, tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him. Yeah, I loved it. I mean, Oblivion was the only Elder Scrolls game I ever got into, and I think that it was cheesy enough that the appeal was very clear.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
I have fond memories of Oblivion.
All right. I'll keep writing. Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness.
Yeah. The Path of Neo. I have to do what that one kid recommended. Or did he say, turn on all cheats and then put it on expert mode and beat it in one sitting?
I don't believe this. It'd been me on.
Hold on, I gotta pull that up. Literally the funniest fucking message I've ever received. Let's see, where was that? Memorable quotes. Hello, I'm new to this chat, and I see you played my favorite game, which is The Matrix Path of Neo. Was wondering if you could stream that game again on Twitch, and look up all cheat codes, and have it on hardest mode, and do everything, and get everything in story mode on hardest mode, with all cheat codes on, and no speedrunning or glitches or skipping stuff allowed at all. Come on. Why not do that? In my opinion, that's a great idea. I thought for you. Come on. The fucking rules. Yeah, that's in Discord. That's under memorable quotes. And then that's when you told Plasmaniac. Oh, that would have been. I don't know if that's. I don't think that's in here. That's pretty fucking funny though. Was this girl actually Fade? God, I wish Aneve was still in. I think Aneve got banned. I think if you look up the username, I don't think it's around anymore. I mean, it's like a spam bot, technically, so I... Well, do you know a different bot? I looked for something similar to Aneve, but all of them just show ChatGPT, which is already... You could still use that chat bot. That's still around. But, like, the actual Aneve bot, and when I Google Aneve bot, like... Not a lot of stuff comes up, and I don't know if anyone created anything even similar. So yeah, let's see. Banned. Yeah, they're all just chat GPT. Like, I don't know, that's not nearly as funny. Like, yeah, you could have chat GPT just jump in at any time, but I want them to randomly chime in like Aneve did. Randomly chime in. And everyone, when I Google, I mean, maybe you can have a better, maybe you have a general, or if you find something, I'll fucking add it. I don't care. I was also gonna pull up Nightbot because I think the last time someone tried to use one of the commands, it didn't work. Was that right? What do we got here? I want to see what's in my extensions. I haven't read through them in a while. Hold on. Why do I even go to manage this? Settings, stream, channel. I thought it was just an extensions. Oh, my extensions. There it is. Giphy, stream, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Where to go to manage Nightbot? Okay, there we go. Authorize. Okay. Do these still work? Oh yeah, those still work just fine. Oh, well, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he just loves his own grandma. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna look at those. What do we got in the? Let's look at these memorable quotes. So we saved this, and it was really in the beginning of 2024. Del Salva, Field Planet asking if that girl was actually Fade. John be sleeping, not yet. John be queefing, but we all want anything for Squirrel Girls. Switch, I'm not sure if I'll have kids. If I'll have kids someday. Aneve, go for it. Brooke Cosby definitely sounds like something you'd say, Zarame. Man, screw this phone. The one time I need autocorrect. Mom visited with my niece and nephew at the times we were just whining because they wanted to play VR. Them whines, then they were playing VR. Zarabe's new name. Sup, Zarabe. Zaraboo. Do you wear Crocs? What about flip-flops? I heard they significantly lower testosterone. I agree. Whiny white boy can't walk into those smilers. Think of any good Steam games? What was it? Risk of Rain? There's like 5 of them. Oh, I'm stupid. LOL. We know. Bro can just time travel, save a box of Johns, or save Scarlett Johansson. Would you rather fight Chuck Norris or Plasman? I watch more snacks than your skin flute. You might have nailed it. Aneve. Oh my god, licking her butt. Why'd you wake up? No idea. May. I think this game is seared into my meat people sight reading. Probably second wind. That was Aneve. Wow, that's a weird statement. Seared into my meat. Wow. We got a lot of good ones in here. God, this is why I miss Aneve. Where is he, man? I can't believe they just fucking took my boy from me. And it's just gone. Like, and there's so many, and maybe they did an actual purge of bots, so maybe the rest of the ones that they band were actually
Fucking crazy. Was I
good,
losing
but
my
like
mind?
he seared into my meat. So I got that Aneve tattoo right on the tip.
Great Falls Sheriff Station.
I wonder if you could have chatbots talk to each other. I feel like that'd be kind of dumb, though, right? I don't know. ChatGPT's kind of stupid.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen. I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
Alan Wake.
Tiptoes to my room every night, just to sprinkle stardust and to whisper, go to sleep.
End of episode 1.
I close my eyes, then I drift away into the magic night. I softly say.
Oh.
Previously on Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Alice.
Coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice. Now, she's missing. Alice? Alice? I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. But the cabin had disappeared.
Episode 2. Taken. New York City, 3 years ago. They just wear the same fucking clothes every day? What's going on here? Although I guess he shaved here. That's how you know someone's disheveled when they have a slight beard.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How
Okay.
was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
Hold on, let's see. Fun Twitch chatbots. Hmm. Hmm. I just... God. Oh, I can enable song requests. Oh, let's see. And then, of course, there's always this best viewers on stream boo. They come out of the woodwork, man.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Put some coffee on the fucking pot. Why don't you put coffee on my pot? You know what I mean? Building maintenance will need access to your unit between 9 and 9:45 this coming Thursday to replace the filters in the air ducts. We apologize for any inconvenience. That is a fantasy. They would never apologize.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow. Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
You suck this dick?
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which by...
It's true what they say about the fall.
Fall and the sun stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had me here kept playing in my head. Oh, that's rough. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone in my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me. Goddamn. Max Payne is so good.
This was a
Late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red, a gruesome slushy. Dissolved all the scattered painkillers, leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I could see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home. It is so hard to match its cadence.
Last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan!
Yep.
Please check the fuse box.
Oh, yep.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry.
Yeah?
We'll just break out the
Is it
candles.
spooky to get some light in your
I know
eyes?
it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid.
Wow, his beard
Don't
really grew in the last
spooky
10 minutes.
When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
Kissy kissy. I wonder if that's the same snowstorm that happened during Max Payne 1.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine. I don't have the luxury.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
No, I don't want to talk to you.
Just in case. Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
Nope. I don't care. I'm looking for thermoses.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton.
Why did he get injured there?
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton.
What the hell happened?
Alice looked through the viewfinder,
Lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows beyond the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed. God damn it. Should have known to pause between and laughed.
The sheriff wants to see you in her office,
Shh.
Mr.
Wake. Your phone, Mr. Wake?
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park.
Mr. Wake, can I
There's a
help
spot
you
called
with
Lover's
anything?
Peak.
Shh.
Night. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Hey, can you turn the light? The light's on.
The deputies, they won't... Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong. See, sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, it was...
In spite of its human mask,
To describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it, but it took the pain, horrible as it was. The writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward.
the early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, "Go through the fence on the left."
What's Mr. Wake doing? Walking around the Christmas tree.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep.
Oh, God. Well. Yeah. I mean, we all contain multitudes, you know, like... There were times when the only thing I can ever think to do is related to my own experience.
The caller meant business.
But, you know, being especially being depressed and hearing voices. Okay, let's take a break, Alan. It doesn't mean that he wasn't ever happy. You know, that's the hard part about those kind of mental health struggles, because like, you know, in the moment you can feel good. If you're laughing, they're probably actually having a good time. It's just, in my experience, being alone and, you know, like, it's not black and white. There's probably a lot of gray area. So, you know, don't assume just because he wasn't happy during that one time that he wasn't always unhappy. But I know that's hard to think when that happens, but I would choose to believe that a lot of people who do that, you know, it's more a moment that overtakes them and not something that, if they were given more time, maybe they wouldn't choose. But, you know, speculation can only go so far. But, you know, I would just, like, you know, just thinking about,
there was something
even when we were playing Fortnite or whatever, like, he was probably having fun during that time. That's what I would like to believe, even if it's
Barry?
even if it's hard
I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice.
to imagine that.
I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Yeah, I mean, you know, well, and that's, yeah, not being alone, I think, can, yeah, maybe, I guess, not make you fully happy, but loneliness can hurt a lot.
A sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh!
Hey,
wow!
Take it easy.
Punched him in the face. Well,
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing.
His woman, like,
really
is
need
in
help.
love with him, and he's like,
See you
oh,
soon.
gross.
Later.
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mister takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car, just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? Are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do you
and
understand
everything's just...
what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
What are we doing? Okay.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing is... Listen, you hit your head.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Is he gonna tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Joke on me. Freak me out? It's working.
I guess not.
Aha, let's have a laugh on Barry.
Okay.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her.
Wow, that was a very weak fucking lamp push.
He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Achoo! Achoo! Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be Deliverance all over again.
Ah, God, don't fucking bring up Deliverance. Jesus fucking Christ. What is up with people bringing up Deliverance when you go into the country? Like, no one's gonna make you squeal like a pig, man. Like, people don't want to do that. Is this the same cabin that... Oh, no, this is a different cabin. Okay. Who didn't post anything on his page? I mean, I don't know if you're talking about his mom or... Oh. Yeah, I just saw the second message. Yeah, that. Yeah. Yeah, that's really, really, really tough.
Wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Walk through the door now.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity.
Yeah. That was something when I was talking to my wife about possible things that could have happened, you know, that's the first thing that comes to mind is rejection, which is, oh, that's rough.
Trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station.
Yo, Lucis.
And they had Alice. Barry had the keys to the car he rented.
Yeah, Lucis, I have never played Alan Wake from what I remember. But yeah, Switch, yeah, that's really, it's so hard. It's so hard. Especially when you can see the things that could have led to it, but like, you know, you yourself wouldn't really be able to change anything. That's the part that I just don't want anybody to. It's not fair to yourself to ever feel like you could have done something different, but. Yeah. I mean, it's.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our
it is gray. Life is gray.
just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc,
Yeah. I mean, talk about Lucis's life. You know. We all go through a lot of gray, you know. We all go through more gray than I think. So, I mean to rope you into this, Lucis, but you know, no, Lucis doesn't know. I think he's just assuming based off context. I didn't tell Lucis. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Switch, I don't know if you want to tell people what's going on, if that's fine with you. You know, I'm not ever going to make those assumptions, or I don't want to make those assumptions. I talked to John a little bit because he asked me, but yeah, okay. Yeah. So, Switch's friend from a long time, I played Fortnite with him like one time. He was a really nice guy, Devin. He passed away. I just feel like suicide is such a hard word to say, but you know, that just happened. And you know, yeah, Friday. It's hard to try to rationalize it. I'm taking Monday off because, like, fuck, I mean, I only played the game with him one time, but it's just, you know, it just brings up a lot of, it's not like, oh, like, it's so hard on me, but it's just, I mean, it is, I guess, I don't know, it's so hard to, I've just had a lot of experience with those thoughts too, so it just brings up those things, but I do feel genuinely, it's just really hard. It's just really hard. I can imagine if there was a time to cry, I mean, this would really be it, you know. It's you know, but it's me, Switch. Yeah, gangster extra, OG gangster extraordinaire. I mean, my wife has had friends. I mean, she's had situations of being in the hospital for suicidal attempts, like and ideation and stuff, and you know, it's growing up in complicated scenarios. It makes sense, but it's
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me!
And some shit is going down in this game too. Who am I helping? Sorry, I'm looking for collectibles. I can't help you. Oh, hey, a coffee thermos. No, I gotta look around more. But yeah,
The ranger's office was locked. I'd need a key to
I'm really ignoring this guy. All right, I'm gonna go help him. God, Alan can run like two feet and then he gets winded.
Hello? Back here. I'm back here. Hey, please help me.
Oh, you're fine. Talking the game, not you. Yeah.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, I had.
Just the way it was on that page.
Yeah.
I found
it.
Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me.
Yeah, Lucis, you can just beat the game. It's probably better to beat the game, and then, or maybe you did beat the game, and that's you're just saying you haven't finished it. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
This couldn't be far. Rusty had found
There's killing the hand guys is the best place to grind, especially if you can kill them before. Oh yeah, you're a good boy. If you can kill them with no damage taken, it's yeah. I think I vastly recommend. I trivialized that last fight so hard. You're good. You should just do the last fight. Because you don't start New Game Plus automatically. You have to select it from a save state after you beat the game. So just do it, because I murdered the end boss so hard. It really trivialized the whole thing. So I would finish the story and then do the end game plus stuff. Yeah, Switch, I know a lot of folks who did the same thing, who really, yeah, Lucis, I did see that if you're A rank or above, you're just immortal. Ridiculous.
Make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
I'm trying to think, do 6 things at a time. But yeah, I had a friend who made those comments a lot. I'm glad that he never did it, but yeah, it's they always say it, that like whenever someone says things like, oh, I'm just gonna kill myself, or says stuff like that, like I used to say that shit all the time, and like I do wish that loved ones maybe took it a little bit more seriously, especially at school. Fuck, how often I said that shit at school in front of teachers. Like, I didn't do a goddamn thing. So society fails us all in different ways, but like, you can't really change your life circumstances just because you're depressed.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed.
I don't know what my point is for that, but
no way to get the lights back on.
It's not. I guess what I was getting at is that it's not his fault. It's no one's fault that they feel that way. Really taking my sweet time to try to get over here.
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
If that dog dies, I'm quitting this game.
licenses.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Please don't feed the animals.
Is there somebody here?
Fishing is only permitted for those visitors who purchase.
I've heard Alan Wake 2 is really, really great. Do you mean it doesn't add much to the story of Alan Wake, or is it just like doesn't feel as much of your cup of tea? Because I don't know if this game is my cup of tea. I'm having like, I'm not struggling, but what's the other Alan Wake game? You mean Control? Or are you talking about some? Is there a different Alan Wake game? I thought there was only the two. American Nightmare? What? Standalone spin-off. 2012 third-person shooter? Okay, well, I guess I will play this. That's good to know, though. I mean, I probably will. I'll try to at least load it up. Okay. I've never heard of it. Never. I thought, okay. Yeah, the whole reason I started this journey is because I got Alan Wake 2, it says 2 on here, deluxe edition for GameFly, so I was gonna play this and then that. Yeah, the American Nightmare one, maybe I'll just try to load it up and play for like 30 minutes or something. I always like doing that with games in a series that are pretty dog shit.
Obey! Park Ranger's instructions. At all costs. Rusty? Rusty, no! Never!
Rusty, no!
Two bears and wolves never approach any other. Little closer than 25 yards. Pets must be leashed.
Well, that's exciting though. I mean, I'm really excited to play Alan Wake 2. I've heard great things about it. I do wish I had the Duracell cut of Alan Wake, but I just wanted to play this on PC without any issues, so. It's funny calling it the Duracell cut. It's just the original version. Can't believe or maybe I had heard about American Nightmare and I blocked it out because I just, nothing there. Well, if you ever need an excuse to play a game, trying to make sure that you play it before I spoil the story seems to be a pretty good motivator for you, so.
What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Yeah, I'm really glad that I played Max Payne 1 and 2 before I played this, because seeing where Remedy started and then went to it's so interesting. Because, like, I really, really like Max Payne. Max Payne 2 was pretty good as well, but that's, oh yeah, let's see.
The kidnapper
Fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall in the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, forced myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where is my wife?
The air in the visitor
Center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten, drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
The visitor center was
Sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and it hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way. Felt a broken rib stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
At the last instant, I
Changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
In that last
Instant unconsciousness. Let's thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would. I gotta go pee. Oh, that's better. But yeah, Lucis, sorry for roping you in there. But, you know, talking about gray in life was what I was... that's what I roped you in on, you know? That, like, as you're talking about, like, depression and stuff, that, like, you know, our lives contain multitudes, and... you know, no one is ever sad 100% of the time when they're depressed. Like, there's still enjoyment to be found in things, and that was kind of my point. Yeah. Yeah, my wife's, I should say my mother-in-law has BPD. Man. She cannot think in grays. And that shit sucks. It's all either all bad or all good. Yep. Should I go this way? Oh, it opens. Moonshine Cave. Yeah, I mean, I go to therapy now, so that's how I'm trying to stop the other feelings. I guess not stop them, just find a functional way to get through them. And, you know, it's, it always seems cliche because that's what people say, that you should just go to therapy. And, you know, I think it's kind of classist to say, oh yeah, just go to therapy, because like that assumes you have health insurance, and that assumes there'd be a therapist in your area, and that you be at a point in your life that you want to talk to someone like that. But it does help. And those are the things that I think are really hard to recommend to someone not feeling well. Because like when I was like 19, I had so many friends who like desperately should have seen a therapist, but instead they just sort of, oh shit, I had a flare gun. Whoops, wrong one. So far, that's one of the only things that I'm disliking about this game, besides the over the left shoulder, is that it switches your gun when you pick it up. Yeah, that's pretty much, that was my point, Lucis, is just that it's expensive, it's hard to find a therapist. I've gone to, I think it was 2 therapists this last time that I was trying to find a therapist. I went to 2 different ones, and the one just sort of made me feel worse about myself, and then the other was like just telling me to like sleep more and drink more water, and it's like, yeah, cool, I can fucking figure that out. Can you? Can you do that? Okay. Can you switch shoulders in Alan Wake? In the default controls, it's tab? What the fuck? Well, what is it on the controller? Oh, that's right. It doesn't show it on here. That's so annoying. I don't own the game manual. Also, why did it default to the left? Got a sick fuck. Defaults into the over the left shoulder. Yeah, I'm being a little dramatic about it, but
Rose knew that
Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her. Nobody in Bright Falls
Paulson seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart, too. Knew a lot about what was going on in the town. Knew a lot about Al. Even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye. Whew. I mean, you know what? The over-the-shoulder thing is fucked up because, like... Okay, now wait a minute. Oh, wait. It is pressing the right analog stick. I don't felt like that didn't work before, or maybe I'm thinking, maybe I just tried the left analog stick. Maybe I just tried L3 and not R3. I feel like L3 is used a lot more than R3. I could be lying about that and just trying to use, you know, just saying that like, oh, well, man, of course, the one button I didn't try. The one that no one ever uses. Yeah, Okay, so I came from that way. I went up there. Yeah, I'm trying to get to Lover's Peak. Oh, these lovers, they're peeking. What do you mean need to reload the weapon? It's a flare gun. Oh, that was really annoying. I didn't realize, I thought each flare gun was separate. All right, you know what? You gotta stop making excuses. Gotta just be great. I'm a professional gamer and I'm playing this on the hardest difficulty that's available to you at the start. Normal. Although this might be a game that honestly you could probably play on easy and get the full experience. I don't really know if I was gonna say, I don't know if playing on a harder difficulty really adds much of anything since it's so story-based. Like, it's not like I don't feel like I'm gonna get really good at Alan Wake. I don't think this is a game that people well, people speedrun every single game, but, you know. Alan Wake probably isn't a big speedrunning game. There we go. Lover's Peak is that way. Running around, shining my flashlight at those evil shadows. There we go. Why does that do that? I feel like it's automatically switching me to the... Maybe it's just because maybe I'm pressing in R3 on accident when I'm tensing up. That could be it. Yeah, wait a minute. So I was walking around, and then it switched to the other shoulder. Am I crazy? Am I pressing it in on accident? Yeah, I am. Yeah, it's just switched that automatically. When you're like walking around, the camera just defaults to the... Huh. Maybe I'm just going crazy. I don't know why it's doing this. I've never had a game do this to me before. It's always defaults the other way. Like, okay, I press R3. Oh, but the camera's blocked. Oh, there we go. All right, it switched all the way. Why was it only going halfway before? Was it... I'm so confused. The pathway's blocked. I had to go around to get to Lover's Peak. Ironically, where my wife is kidnapped. That's where I'll be peeking with my wife. Oh look, a log. Look how old this log cutout is. Whee! Push me higher, Daddy. Woo! All right, well, that's enough of that. Okay, didn't I just try to get... Or can I jump over this? Oh. A character who can jump? Color me impressed. Over a small fence.
Agent Nightingale didn't
want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze, but he had a job to do. He had a writer to catch at any cost. You think that would be a setting that you could change just to always default to the other camera, but I guess not. Shimmery shining light flashing. This was a game that just advertised Duracell batteries. Very funny that it couldn't keep doing that. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my flashlight.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming.
That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
Okay, do you have an infinite supply of flares, buddy? Because I don't.
can see them too? Hell, of course I see them. Come on.
Yeah, see, it went right to the left camera.
Because that's the way the story goes.
That is so annoying. That is so
I lost my gun
annoying.
back there. Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake. You better keep up. Hear that? It's them.
Ah! Jesus. Get him. What is the plan here?
Lover's Peak. Right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do, Wake. Are you kidding? Give me the gun. No time for back talk. Hold them off, damn it.
All right, you sons of bitches. Yeah, yeah. How do you like that? How do you like that flare action? Yeah. So really bright, huh? Yeah. Bright lights, huh? Just like a mogwai. You guys can't take it. They turn into gremlins. Well, yeah, let's get out of here. Oh. Get in the light, doofus.
Oh, you feeling better now, Wake? All cozy and safe. Better get ready. They'll be on us soon.
Well, I'm sort of getting used to the left. Oh, there's a mug of coffee. If there's anything us writers need, it's coffee.
This is it, Wake. The last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming. Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming! That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
I'm coming! There we go.
See? Nothing to it.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her and
Oh. Alan really loves to punch people in the face without thinking about the consequences.
You're gonna give me the manuscript or you'll be sorry. No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
Alright, I'm glad they gave me some supplies because things got a little hectic back there.
On more than one occasion,
Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were trapped in the darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I never really understand what it meant until now. Oh, flub that up a little bit. I'm doing good. How are you doing, Spam? Yeah, we're going through Alan Wake 1, maybe the middle one, and 2. But starting with the first one. A game I have never played. Always heard a lot about. Don't like how it just keeps defaulting over to the left shoulder camera, but what can you do? You switch it and it changes right back. It's literally just switch right there. Now it's sort of in the middle. Oh, yep, now it's over the left. Oh, what was that? Oh, it's a bear trap?
Steve warned me about these traps. It hurt like hell. I was stuck.
Yeah, a bear trap would hurt like hell, Alan. It was shiny and white, and I was like, oh, is that a pickup? Nope, it's a fucking bear trap. This is Resident Evil 4. Okay, well, I'll walk around them then. Is there other stuff over here? Or could I have just walked around to begin with? A lot of a blank area to have nothing in it, but yeah, because some white shiny things are pickups, and yeah, obviously that's a bear trap. Okay, so wait, I went that way. All right. Yeah. Yep, there's 2 more bear traps. Rude. And that's also got to be a bear trap. Okay. Yep, more bear traps. Bear traps this guy lay down. Yeah, how was your weekend, Spam? That's good. Good. Oh, bison is really good. I'd get bison burgers a lot at one of the restaurants that I used to go to. It's always like an extra couple dollars, but I always really enjoyed it. Yeah, it usually... So there's a restaurant I used to go to, and they would have the choice between regular burger meat, bison, and venison. And the venison burgers are really good, but I think it sort of depends on how it's prepared, that you could maybe taste a little bit more if you get a bit more pink in it. Versus, you know, because that's where a lot of flavor comes from for a lot of burgers. Yeah, I was gonna buy a grill soon because we do not own a grill. The memories will all be seared. Yeah, I was talking about searing into my meat. God, I miss a Neve. Spam, have you heard of a replacement for a Neve? I've looked and I haven't seen. Wow, we had gotten a grill and then we just never ended up using it because we were in like a rental, and now we're not. So there we go. But yeah, we're gonna be buying a grill here in a little bit. God, we were looking at the differences between a charcoal grill and a propane grill, and like, man, looking at how much work a charcoal grill is, it's like, I don't know if it's worth it. I couldn't find a Neve's username, or I couldn't find a Neve when I searched the username, so. Maybe it could possibly be unbanned, but I just don't know how to get to it, perhaps. Well, propane and propane accessories. Yeah, they did the series trailer just a little bit ago for the new King of the Hill. There we go. Yeah, let me take a look here. Pull this up. I have no idea. Well, the battery you can technically survive because it does recharge over time. So you'd be good there. For the bullets, you'd probably just have to run to a safe spot. So you just wouldn't be able to kill the enemies, I guess. Yeah, I watched King of the Hill when there was nothing else on, but it really was not my favorite of those. I was definitely watched a lot more Family Guy and Simpsons and Futurama. But it does have its merits. But I can't believe it had 13 seasons. That's crazy.
The night had been one desperate situation
After another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw. Man, it's hard to match his cadence. Is there some more flashlights or batteries around here? More not Duracell batteries? Yes, ma'am. I don't know if you've ever seen anything about Alan Wake, but it was originally for the 360, and at the time they did a sponsorship with Duracell, and then the game had to be delisted because the sponsorship like ran out, which like it would just be free advertising for Duracell, so I don't know why they wouldn't want it in their game. But then, yeah, they had to remaster it and take the Duracell branding off the batteries. Very, very funny. I think it's very funny. God, I have to use contact cleaner like every 8 hours of gaming. I feel like PlayStation 2 controllers and PlayStation 3 controllers never really had this problem with drift. But all the new consoles, man, the drift is crazy on them.
I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here, but it was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
I'm guessing I wanted to do that for some reason. Usually those yellow arrows mean that there's going to be extra ammunition around. I wonder, can I jump up on here? Oh yeah? I'm genuinely curious. Is it... Did you get more caught up on it than you were before, or is or do you just have different feelings on it? Looks like there's... I could go up there. Oh, lookism is a manhwa. That's fine. You're high. You're high off your banana gourd. Like, no fucking way. Can I destroy the rock? Would that do anything? Oh no, the rock, it's not. Well, it's sort of resting on the rock. You, Lucis. The Korean One Piece. That's fucking crazy. That's a bold statement. Oh, there we go. I've read hundreds of chapters of that, and what makes you say that? I guess. Maybe I just need to hear your explanation first. Because that is crazy. It's because there's 4 kings, and then he has to be the most handsomest boy king guy. Oh, I'm logged in. Okay. That's actually a really good meme switch, honestly. Nothing is funnier than them just fucking swapping him out. I guess it's kind of narratively important that the swap out in Clair Obscure, but you know. I mean, I guess it does do that. It does set up a lot of stuff. Is it based off of light novels, though? Because I feel like it has to be, because all of those are based off of light novels. Which doesn't mean that they don't, you know, try to follow that same... that it's not impressive when they... There we go. Yeah, I just always felt like with lookism that we never got anywhere. Where like at least One Piece makes it feel like I don't know, we were getting somewhere the whole time. I think the fake out with the school is probably what did it, what made me the most pissed off. I'm trying to think of an equivalent in One Piece, like, you know, like the Alabasta arc felt like it wrapped up really nice versus like some of the lookism arcs. All right, I'll fucking read it. It's hard though too, because I love Tower of God and I love God of High School, but like also those fucking annoyed the shit out of me because they were long without it feeling like anything was actually getting resolved. So maybe I'll just have to pick it back up. Hopefully I can remember where I was exactly, or what the last thing I had read was, so that I could get a, so I don't have to reread anything, because I don't want to. Even if it would help me understand the story. Like, I'm I did start reading Infinite Leveling Up and Muram or whatever, and I really like that one, so. Okay. As long as it seems like there's a path to the end, I think that's the part, that's the thing that I need. Oh, I'm out of batteries. Whoop. Whoop. Hey, get away from me. Yeah, come over here now. I'm in the light. Woo. Also, I don't even know if I should be killing all those people. I feel like probably, you know, could conserve ammunition and just run, but I won't back down and I'll stand ground. Yeah, John said that his favorite Alan Wake is American Nightmare, which that's very interesting. Man, I'll have to check to see where I was exactly. Oh man, I really took a hit there. Jeez. Yeah. I told John that you hated American Nightmare and said that it's a waste of time to play. See if we can actually get him in here when he's on his work shift. Well, he needs to stop. He needs to get a better job. Sick of him not being able to come in here because he's working noon to fucking midnight. Yeah, I think I'm at like 102, 103, maybe. That sounds right. Right where he's taking one of the exams and he has to get, is it Jong-Hu out of the circle? That's right where I stopped reading. I was gonna start streaming like 40 minutes earlier, but then I was like, well, I should read the rest of this part where he actually gets out of the circle.
The logging site was a mess.
The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage, excited, breathed hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around.
When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center,
it made him a believer. The men else said he'd shot. They hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed. Like the channel had been switched without a warning. You think you're watching a sitcom and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified. There's a lot of those that, like, I just get like 200 chapters in and I'm like, okay, I've spent the last, like, God knows how long reading this one story, and the one thing about manhwas specifically is that they lend themselves to binge reading, but only to a certain point because of how much you have to scroll. Like, you gotta really be scrolling. Oh, I love Dollar Tree One Punch. Well, I mean, I love One Punch Man, so I would take any kind of One Punch Man story. There was a manhwa I read a long time ago that was, oh my god. There was two versions of it, which I thought was really weird. And I couldn't tell if one came before the other. I assume the one came before the other. But it was like a high school fighting one. And there was this redhead kid, and he just had like he had like a nasty look on his face like all the time. So, you know, they do that all the time in manga, where it's like, oh, now everyone picks a fight with him because he has like a nasty look on his face. And he's really intimidating. And one version was like a serious, like, oh, this is how he fought all these people, like just a regular one. And then the other version, he accidentally won every single fight. Like, he never threw a punch. It was always just like people like slipping on their shoelaces and fucking slamming their face into the ground. And it was just that over and over and over again. And it was funny every single time. And if you could find that one based off of that description, I would absolutely recommend that. Hell yeah. I'll add that to my list. What's it called? MMO Stick. Alright, that didn't go over there. Oh, I saw Land Developer Season 3 started. I read those. Read those most recent chapters, so it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. There we go, got that added. Well, that's fine. I like some silly face, or, you know, crazy faces. Like the Lloyd faces, you know, they're great memes for a reason. Lloyd Frontera. Man, I love reading manhwa though. Literally, it's so nice that my wife can just like watch RuPaul's Drag Race and then I just read manhwa, you know, just over and over again. We can just like hang out for like 4 hours and I just read the whole time. Also, Lucis, this is an interesting topic that I've just been sort of thinking about. Do you think, and I haven't heard anybody say any different, so it's more just something that I've personally felt. Do you think that reading manhwa, manga, whatever, is equivalent to reading a book? I mean, there's lots of words and everything, you know, like, there's a lot of chapters, a lot of words, a lot of things you gotta read, like, I just feel guilty sometimes, I guess, that I'm not reading, like, books more often. Oh, man, he really slammed into me. And I guess that's more of an existential question than one that actually has any real... Okay, cool. I mean, you know, they use a lot of different ways. I guess maybe the vocabulary is what will make or break some of the difference. Because like reading Berserk or One Piece, that feels like reading a book, you know, like that feels like you're like drinking a book in with your eyes. But yeah, sometimes I just I don't know, and I don't know if I should feel guilty, because it's like, well, I'm reading. I guess you just hear so much about how like literacy rates and how people don't read books and blah blah blah. Chainsaw. Oh, is he dead? Oh, he's dead. Okay. Huh. That was bizarrely anticlimactic. Yes. I mean, the narrative pacing of One Piece feels very, to me at least, feels fine. I think that some people have a lot of feelings about how long One Piece is, but I think if you're not watching the anime and you read the manga, like you do just, it feels like the pacing's good. But when it comes to lookism, the foreshadowing, everything might be enough, but like reading that shit weekly can get old fast. But yeah, no, I'm with you though. I always feel I feel like Tower of, I don't know what I would say is the manhwa, you know, like, is it Tower of God? I don't think it's Noblesse, because that just, I don't think it is, but yeah.
Barry? Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got all Hitchcock on me. Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door. What am I, crazy? Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
But yeah, I'm trying to think what would be the manhwa, and like maybe it is Solo Leveling, and that feels kind of dumb. I just read Solo Leveling Ragnarok, so I'm caught up on that. But like, it honestly might be Solo Leveling.
But at least I was out of the woods.
Which, like, is Solo Leveling great? Yes. Do I think it should be as revered as it is? Maybe not, but like, you know what? It gets people interested in, you know, reading those kinds of stories. Oh.
I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster, and the headlights were a welcome bonus.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A
story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
Oh, I knew that guy was there. Man. Yeah, it's just got... It moves around good. Oh, there was a manuscript under the garbage can? Shit. Well, that opened some stuff up.
The FBI agent's command
Froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in. Let someone else deal with it. But it felt all wrong. Call it instinct. His posture. The way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ear. I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond. Yeah, maybe there isn't anything that could be comparable to One Piece in the, you know, in the Korean side of things, but I'm just trying to think of the ones that I read. The soloing the game as a barbarian or whatever that one is. That one's really good. Pick Me Up. Yeah, we'll see how overpowered he gets, because at the end of the season in Ragnarok, he gets pretty overpowered pretty fast. Did I disconnect for a second there? Looks like I'm still online. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Tower of God should be, but honestly, like, I think it's too confusing. I think it's too confusing to be One Piece. I think there's too many characters. Like, there's just too much going on. Where am I going? I know it's on the map, I guess, but... Can I fit through here? Oh, I can. Okay, nice. Damn it. Damn it. Okay, I really could have used an arrow or something to show me where to go. I'm not drunk, you're drunk. Okay. I made it. Is there somebody behind me?
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing.
Oh, the flare. Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right, I really thought that would have killed all of them. Okay. There we go. All right. Shit. Just gotta do your best. 'Cause sometimes that's all you can do. All right. Trying to get to Barry.
It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
Yo, woman.
I don't... Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
It's not done.
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
Yeah, hopefully this is the end of the chapter, because then I'll probably go to bed, but I wanted to get to the end of the chapter. Or maybe there's gonna be a boss fight here, since they're giving me a shitload of ammo.
Al, I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird.
Oh shit! I wish I knew where the birds are flying in from. There we go. Oh, whoops. Whipped that one. Oh, okay, there we go.
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
About 4 tickets to the Bahamas.
Town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something.
4 tickets to the Bahamas? No, it's like $450. No, it's more than that. You might be able to get a package deal where it would be like $1,600 to $1,700 with a single hotel room. Yeah, they're liars. They're people who do not know anything.
For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche.
I hate when that happens. I hate when someone says something so wrong that you can easily fact check that you're like, wait a minute, what are you talking about?
Barry Wheeler speaking.
And then they just lie. God.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
You and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour. See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the
Oh Dear Diner.
Good girl.
Well, I can get a Switch for $100, but my uncle works at Nintendo. Or a Switch 2, whatever, you know, like. Bum 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 ba da ba ba da da bum 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 ba da. Alan Wake. Those will see this setup.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm sorry that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is amazing.
Him pushing that lamp down is so funny.
Just the way it was on that page. So.
They kidnapped my wife.
Only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
Episode 3.
How the hell
Ransom.
did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI.
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over. Sheriff.
That's a good point. That's a good point, Lucis.
Help you folks? Name's Randolph.
Alright, checkpoint. There we go. Okay. Yes. Does it list the... Oh, no. Okay. Alright. Alright. It is time for me to go to bed. I might finish Alan Wake tomorrow. I guess I don't know how long it is. Well, let's see here. Alan Wake. How long to beat? Ooh, 10.5 hours. That might be... maybe. I might be able to finish it tomorrow. We'll see.